The Yankees received some pretty important news over the weekend. We're going to go over that in just a few moments. But before I do me a favor. If you love the Yankees and you're not subscribed, be sure to subscribe. So the Yankees went in there to Sacramento, and that really sounds goofy, going in there to Sacramento. But hey, we all know the A's and their situation, what they're going through as a franchise and all that stuff. So we all know why they're playing in a minor league ballpark right now. So the Yankees went in there to Sacramento, won the series. It was a fun one, I think. Aaron Judge put on a show yet again. Jasson Dominguez performed really, really well. We're going to talk about them in just a little bit, but we have to go over the news that the Yankees received over the weekend. And it's about Marcus Stroman. And unfortunately for him, Stroman has suffered a setback. Stroman was hoping that he was going to hit his vesting option. Now, what was his vesting option? If you don't know, Stroman had to pitch 140 innings this year. And if he did that, another year would kick into his deal. So he would be a Yankee beyond this season. And on top of that, that's like worth $18 million to him. Well, him being hurt, it is now unlikely that he hits that innings goal. And now, being that he suffered a setback, he most likely will. Marcus Stroman really put a bad taste in my mouth after what he said this past spring training. He just, to me, I know it looks like he gets along with the players, and he probably does, but it really wasn't a team thing to say, a team-friendly thing to say, by calling himself a starting pitcher after his atrocious performance last year. June to the rest of the season, he was bad. He was not good. His best month of the season from June to September, I believe, was August, and he pitched like a 4.5 ERA. And then September, he pitched like an 8.8 ERA. He was bad. He was bad. The Yankees didn't even put him in the postseason at all. You never saw him. So then what did the Yankees do this offseason, this past offseason? They tried to trade him, and no one was taking him. They tried to trade him. No one wanted him. The Yankees offered him up to St. Louis for Nolan Arenado, and the Cardinals said no. Okay. So the Yankees still went on their merry way, and they went and signed Max Fried, which then as soon as they did that, basically put a hammer on it or a stamp on it and said, hey, listen, Marcus, you're not a starting pitcher in our rotation anymore. We're sorry, but you're not. And he didn't like that. And being a competitor and stuff, I totally get that. But if the team that you're on sees you in a different role and wants to use you in a different role, and you did not perform well last year, then you got to take that role. And Stroman didn't want to. Stroman kept saying, I'm a starting pitcher. I'm a starting pitcher. I'm a starting pitcher. And so many people defended him. And I was like, he was so bad last year. Why are you guys defending him? Well, what happened going into this season? He was pretty bad. Only 2 starts, and he was bad in both of those starts. I believe 4 runs in both games. He wasn't very good. He has that comes out, I believe, like an 11.57 ERA for him. Then all of a sudden, his knee started barking, and he's been out ever since. Marcus Stroman suffered a setback, and that stinks. Stinks for him. But at the same time, he wasn't very good last year. He wasn't very good in his 2 starts this year, and you could attribute that to, hey, that's because of his knee. Whatever you want to say, you could say it. From June to the rest of the season, he wasn't very good. So I wish him nothing but the best. I hope he gets healthier and he's okay and he could pitch for us at some time this season, at some point this year. But unfortunately for him, that vesting option that he so wanted probably won't happen now. Let's move on. And let's talk about the series this past weekend. We have to talk about Ryan Yarbrough. Yarbrough, 5 innings pitched, 2 strikeouts, 1 walk, 2 earned runs. He gave up 2 hits. That was his second game as a starter for the Yankees. He has a 3 ERA as a starter for the Yankees. The Yankees signed him to a $2 million deal, I believe March 24th, right before the season started. Right before. And Yarbrough, he was okay out of the bullpen, had like a 4.1 ERA, but his Last 2 appearances as a starter, he was very good, and his most recent one being against Oakland. 5 innings pitched, 2 strikeouts, 1 walk, 2 earned runs, 2 hits. No way did the Yankees envision this happening for them. But did they maybe prep for this? I mean, possibly. Look at that rotation, as I said earlier, pretty damn banged up. Carrasco and Warren were both very inconsistent. Will Warren, his most recent star, he was awesome this past Friday. He was great against Oakland. To a point where no one was really talking about it because Jasson Dominguez decided to hit 3 home runs. To have a 3 home run game, the youngest Yankee to ever do that at the age of 22. My goodness, and he had 2 lefty home runs and 1 righty home run. What a weekend for him. But Ryan Yarbrough coming in there, having a really big start for us, something that we didn't anticipate happening. We just expected him to be an innings eater, and he goes and he has a nice start. Will Warren had a big start too. So it's good that Yarbrough all of a sudden seems to be a factor in this Yankee rotation because we need him. Carrasco, fun story, it didn't work out. That's unfortunate, but it did not work out. We could see him at some point this year, according to Aaron Boone, because Carrasco passed through waivers and now was in Scranton for the Yankees. So there is that. But Ryan Yarbrough, 2 games started for the Yanks, looks pretty good in that rotation. We'll see where it goes. But as I said earlier, Jasson Dominguez, man, had a 3-hit night on Friday night, 3 home runs, 7 RBI. What a weekend he had. Then he had an 0 for the second game of the series, but then he goes 2 for 5 yesterday, 2 runs scored. This kid's going to be good. He's going to be really, really good. Some of you don't like him. I really don't understand that. This season, Dominguez has a 250 average, 5 home runs, 19 RBI with a 792 OPS, 124 OPS plus. I think he's going to be a very good ball player. And we have to remember he's 22 years old and he's a rookie. He missed a lot of time through injury and the COVID year. So he missed a lot of baseball. So he's trying to catch himself up. But it does not erase the talent that he had because, oh boy, he has a lot of it. And in my opinion, I think he's going to be a star in this league. I'm very, very high on Dominguez. At the age of 22 years old, he's doing what he's doing. It's pretty impressive. 792 OPS. I don't expect him to maintain that. It would be nice, though. It would be nice. Put this into perspective. Bobby Witt, his rookie year, had a 770 OPS. So it would be nice if Dominguez could maintain the 790, maybe to an 800 OPS. It would be cool. I think he could do it. But talking about a guy maintaining a ridiculous season, the first guy that should come out of your mouth is Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge. 409 batting average, 14 home runs, 39 RBI, 1274 OPS, 257 OPS plus. Aaron Judge's batting average fell below 400, and people were thinking maybe he's coming back down to earth, right? Maybe he is. What did he do? He goes 4 for 5 against Oakland yesterday. 4 for 5. Judge is ridiculous. Let's put this into perspective now. How ridiculous Judge is. Shohei Ohtani, one of the best players in Major League Baseball. His on-base percentage is .410. Aaron Judge's batting average is .409. Judge's batting average is 1 point lower than Ohtani's on-base percentage. Ridiculous. On top of that, Aaron Judge leads the major leagues in batting average. He's tied with home runs with Kyle Schwarber. He leads the majors in RBI, total bases, on-base percentage, slugging percentage, OPS, and his OPS is 200 points more than second place, which is Shohei Ohtani, by the way. And he leads the league in WAR, and he leads the league in hits. Aaron Judge leads the major leagues in hits. Are you kidding? That's the kind of season he's having. Is he going to maintain that? I don't think so. I mean, it's pretty tough to do, but imagine he does. Imagine he wins a triple crown finally. Now that could happen. We'll see if it does. But Aaron Judge, man, right when you think, okay, it's coming back down to earth, goes 4 for 5 as a 409 average. Just ridiculous. What a season from him. And he's basically leading the major leagues in almost everything. So, what a year. Ben Rice, we have to talk about him. 260 average this year, 9 home runs, 20 RBI, 937 OPS, 163 OPS, plus hit a grand slam yesterday. Hit a grand slam. That's what you want to see, especially out of him. Paul Goldschmidt, 3 for 5 last night with 3 doubles, bringing his batting average to 349. Aaron Judge, his performance this season is overshadowing really great seasons, and Paul Goldschmidt is having a great year, and his season is being overshadowed by Aaron Judge. It's just this 349 average for Paul Goldschmidt is ridiculous. And there are so many people who didn't want Goldschmidt. I was a big fan of Goldschmidt. I was a fan of the signing because I could read the numbers and I could see, hey, Goldschmidt had a really good second half of the season last year. He did. Now he carried that into this year. Bravo to him. Awesome stuff. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Take care.